Yeah, I hear you on both sides.
All right. It was
Okay.
your pan was off.
Oh.
Yeah, little pan flute over here.
Well, pan flute Bjorn.
Your pan flute was...
Little fucking goat boy. over
boy.
Here. Yeah. Little loincloth. That's what you should do for bearskin.
Loincloths?
Oh, you
Loincloth.
should do loincloths.
Oh, yeah. Just don't attach the middle.
I
was
mean,
trying to think of new products.
It's barely different than your jockstrap. Honestly, that doesn't...
Do the intro. This is what I want to talk about. Do the intro so I can
Okay.
talk about loincloths.
Welcome
okay.
to Size 10 Podcast. I'm Nick Scalzone, at Nick Scalzone Comedy on Instagram, and this is my co-host.
I'm Bjorn RG. You can find me on Instagram, Skate Cub.
And we are discussing business ideas.
Business ideas for Bjorn.
Yes.
Bjorn runs a business. They sponsor our show.
Yep.
Keyword Size 10. Go scroll to the description of the video and
Yep.
get a discount. He makes the finest underwear
Oh, yeah.
around.
We're not plugging that.
Yeah, we
should
keep
plug
forgetting
that.
to plug
We should
it.
do ad reads. It's got...
What's the code?
What is it? Keyword Size 10,
I
right?
believe it's size 10.
Keyword size 10. This guy sounds like an AOL ad. Hey, listeners. Are you in the market for some new underwear? Or maybe some underwear for your partner? Check out Bearskin. Bearskin.com. That's BEARSKN.com. Use promo code size 10. It looks like Bjorn's double checking. You know what?
Just look in the,
It's size 10.
Use
there's
use
literally a link in the YouTube description.
Yeah.
And if
Oh,
you click
check the
that
show
link-
notes.
If you click that link, you automatically get the discount.
We are pure professionals here.
Yeah.
It's hard. We use a lot of the same stuff, and Bjorn is this is like me and naming files on my computer. I am so inconsistent. It's just like whatever I feel like. Like we have issues at Bearskin where I will give a print a nickname,
Oh, yeah.
and then we'll give it the official name, but then the nickname will accidentally like slip into an email to the factory, and then they're confused, and we're confused because I'm just using
that's
them
on
for
brand
whatever.
for you.
That's very Bjorn.
So anyway, what was our new idea?
Here
You're
you go.
trying to think of new products. And if the listeners have any requests of products, send them to Bjorn and help him in his artistic
hit up
and
Skate
creative
Cub.
pursuits.
I think so. Shout out to the good homie Max Dubler down in L.A. He explained to me jockstrap is gay lingerie, and I was like, brilliant. Yeah, why let the ladies have all the fun?
Yeah.
So I think staying in that vein, why not loincloths? They're functional. Listen, it's like a skirt for your dick, right? And I could see like all the animal prints. Like, tell me that you can't see yourself at High Tops in San Francisco, and some big old bear is sauntering through the room. High Tops actually isn't quite that risque of a bar,
Sauntering.
but like has like a tasteful leopard print loincloth on, and it's got a little bearskin logo.
Precinct LA or the Eagle in LA would be a good spot.
Or the
for
Eagle in
those places.
literally any city.
Yeah. The Eagle. Loincloth. So like I'm thinking it's like a pair of boxers, not boxer briefs.
Mm-hmm.
Just cut down the middle and cut down the middle.
Yeah. It's like the Flintstones.
Yeah. It's like a nice sarong.
Like
I
those
think.
running shorts.
Running shorts.
Have you seen those where it's just cut on the side?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Like where
yeah.
it's cut up the side.
All the way up the
It's
side.
got a slit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't feel good saying that word.
A slit.
I don't like that at all. Not
Yeah,
one
it
bit.
sounds kind of dirty.
I'll look into it.
It
I don't
sounds
know.
derogatory somehow.
I don't know if how hot of an item that will be. I need to sell
I think it
a
will
lot.
sell really well in October
Will it?
when people
I think
dress up for
It's like
Halloween.
a short. What's the Scottish kilt?
Yeah,
there it is.
it's-
Nailed it.
Oh, you could make kilts.
Kilts.
dude.
okay. See,
Yeah.
you're starting to get it. No, don't make kilts. Make loincloths. The caveman kilt. And
The
you
caveman
make plaid
kilt.
already, so it's kind of like a kilt.
Oh, it's like a
plaid.
mini kilt.
Yeah.
It's like a make short kilts.
Yeah, short kilts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think of it like this, okay? As we know, like the jockstrap doesn't leave a lot to the imagination on the backside.
Right. No.
Now, with the loincloth, just a quick little move of the curtain, and you can see what you're working with.
Yeah, or a twirl.
Listen, I know a
give
bunch
it a
of-
little twirl.
Or a nice
So
summer
is
breeze.
it like
whatever
a jock
it
in the
takes.
back where you can see the butt, or is it like a flap? It's like a flap on both sides.
I think you okay, here's how you do it, right? And this is the action loincloth. You have like the drapery in the front, but it attaches to like the strappiness of the jock strap, right?
Yeah.
So it keeps it in place, right?
Oh.
So you can kind of like cut loose. You can do lunges, and like your shit ain't flopping all over the place. But maybe like 2 little snaps, and you can cut loose. It's like the action straps on the Crocs. You know?
Okay. Yeah, where you could just like unsnap them.
I love how much you're humoring me right now, but you're looking at me like, shut the fuck up.
Well, I want to talk about this because this is the thing that like owning an underwear company it's like such an interesting thing of like I have to A, come out to a lot more people that I was not expecting to, and B, like the amount of people, like I've tried to write jokes about this. I can't figure out what's funny about it, but
Let's try.
every time that somebody hears that I own my own business and I sell a thing.
Yep.
Have I told you about this?
No.
People always tell me the same thing, and it is like it's almost like a hacky thing that I'm ready for it to even come, and it happens every single
All I'm
time.
doing right now is waiting to see if it's something I said to you.
You might have.
I want you to guess.
I
want you to guess.
What's your guess on the thing that someone after they hear that I own my own business and I make a product that I sell? What do you think the next thing that everyone tells me I should do with my business? The suggestion, the unsolicited advice that I get constantly.
So, hold
Do you
on.
advertise on podcasts?
We do. Right here.
That would be
promo
my
code size 10.
first.
Promo code size 10. Really? That would be what yours is?
Advertise on podcasts.
Terry, do you remember
Hold on.
what it
So,
is?
question. You're saying people know that it's a underwear company,
Yes.
and then they're like, "Oh, I know what you need to do."
Yep.
Give me a hint.
It's a promotional thing you could do.
Dick-shaped lollipops.
Nope. All right, I'm gonna just tell you guys.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not it. It has been since the inception of before I even started the business. People were suggesting this. They say you should go on Shark Tank.
Oh, well, hold on.
Oh.
Where is it?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't think I said that to you.
Oh, it is literally.
We're hitting all the
All
ones
of
over
them.
here.
You should. I want to hear that every time. Oh, it's just like, it's like I lose so much respect for the person, and when they say that, and everyone suggests it. I mean, it's just like, oh my God, have you thought about this? You should go on Shark Tank.
You know what you could do? Just be like, "Oh no, I applied, but they said no because I'm gay."
That would be
then,
good.
Then you get 2 targets. 1, end a conversation. 2, they stop watching that shitty fucking show.
Well, it's like saying, man, I'm really struggling in the dating world. I've been on Tinder. I tried Match.com, and you're just like, yo, you know what you should do? Go on The Bachelor. You should be a bachelor on The Bachelor.
Have you heard of Love is Blind?
Have you heard
You
of
could
Love
have
is
a failed
Blind?
marriage too that's documented fully.
Wait,
You should go
Hold
on a
on.
reality show.
Hold on.
What?
Rewind. Love is Blind.
Yeah.
Synopsis go.
Okay, what it is there's like a bunch of people, and they put them in these pods where they can't see each other.
Okay, you know what?
And
I've
so
heard
they
enough.
have to fall in love with each other without ever seeing each other.
And they have to propose.
and propose, and then they get to see each other, and then the show follows them after that. And
I just wanted to make sure
wonderful.
that it wasn't literally
blind people.
blind people because Bjorn has been pitching me real hard on a little show called Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I am morally opposed to this show. I have been told that it is good. I have been told that it is respectful. I have been told that it is not like patronizing, and it is like a good faith show. But simply the existence of that show and the existence of bad people in the world make me like,
Here's why I think it's a good show, because I'm going to give the pitch to the listeners now. The
I've
pitch
not
on this
watched
show
it either. What's the pitch?
is it's like everyone should be doing these things that they're learning. Like they're going through like how you should go on dates.
Give the explanation because
So-
Nick's not familiar.
Okay, you're not familiar with the show. It's a
Don't
bunch of
get us
people
canceled right
on
now.
on the spectrum
Yeah.
that are going on dates with each other.
Yeah.
They're all on the spectrum in some capacity.
Yeah.
They also are from Australia, which adds just like a different.
You didn't tell me that. Now I really don't want to watch it. I hate Australians.
So they have that Australian accent. But what it is it's like it's people that don't understand social cues going on dates. And what it made me realize is a lot of people don't understand social cues, and that's okay. Like that's the thing that I'm seeing is it's just like it actually has given me more respect to people because I just feel like everyone is just being disrespectful. But, you know, maybe we're expecting people to pick up on too much is what I'm trying to say.
That's fair.
And they follow these people and you see them go on these dates and it is painfully awkward. They just do because they just do and say whatever they're thinking.
Yeah.
And that's it. And they don't pick up on like how awkward it is, but neither of them pick up on how awkward it is. So it's just like, it's awkward for you because you're just like, oh my God, that is really rude what you just did. Where they're just
and then they leave and they're just like, dude, that was great.
Sometimes they're like, yeah, it was good. Or they'll just be like, you know what? This isn't going anywhere. Bye. And they just walk away.
Just say that
and they're just like,
to the other
they'll
person?
just blatantly be like, yeah, I'm not feeling anything. Goodbye. and then you're just like, oh, like they just don't have the like. But see, I would drag that relationship on way too long, even though knowing in my head that it's not going anywhere doesn't because I don't want to hurt them or like I'm so worried about their feelings. They don't care. They're just like, boom, done. And that's how we should be, honestly. Like we waste so much time and we like make the other person crazy by leading them on because we don't want to hurt their feelings or whatever. But they go on like these things where they learn how they should go on dates. And they'll be like, oh, you're talking about yourself way too much. You need to talk about the other person and ask them questions and find things in common.
It sounds fun to watch. It sounds fun to watch that after that information, like the date turns into like a math problem.
Yeah.
Right? Where they're like, okay, I just talked about myself for 2 minutes.
Right, exactly.
They check their watch, and then at 3 minutes, like, all right, I got 2 more minutes of me.
That's really what I want to incorporate into my dating life is best practices.
Yeah,
and,
just
metrics for
something
success.
formulaic. That'll really help.
You guys don't do that?
No.
Bjorn,
it's more of a post game for
Granted,
Bjorn.
my dating history isn't something to be emulated because you're supposed
Go
to
on.
date.
How many do you have like a number of dates you've been on?
I've been on dates with at least like half a dozen people, but the relationship I'm in now is the first relationship I've been in. So date more than I did. That's my advice.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm pretty sure you got a jump start on me because like I think my first serious relationship was when I lived in Salt Lake and I was like late 20s.
I'm 27. I'm also late 20s.
Oh, so we're about the same. Yeah, we're both late bloomers. And the other thing too was like dates. So here's a very quick question.
Yeah.
What constitutes as a date?
I consider it when you meet like in this day and age, it's like when you meet up with the person.
Yeah.
One-on-one.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with that. And go and like do an activity that was planned to just be you two.
What's
like,
your first date thing that you do?
My first date lately, like since I've been dating here in Portland, like on apps mostly, is drinks.
Yeah. Like bar drinks.
Like, yeah.
Just like go get a drink.
Yep, go get a drink.
I like drinks because dinner is can be too much of two things. Dinner can be too much of a commitment of time because what if it's terrible?
Yeah.
And then the second is so many people with like specialty eating.
Yeah,
things.
there's that, and also dinner's fucking expensive.
And it can be expensive.
You want to know what the silver bullet is, fellas?
What is it?
Cart pods.
Oh, totally. That's a great one.
That is a good one. That's a good second date. I don't know.
A little bit of everything.
I think that's more of a second date.
My opinion on the first date being drinks is that I feel like I can drink, like I don't have to worry about like
coffee's a safe
being
one.
Gross.
Coffee's a safe one.
You know, like eating something that I want to eat, but it being like a sloppy food, like a delicious hamburger. You know, and then my breath smells like onions and I have fucking mayonnaise on my cheek. Like, that's disgusting.
I like coffee and I like having something come like later. Like a reason to end it. The date.
Yeah.
Oh, not like an extension.
Like it's something that I could extend if I wanted to, but like so that you could easily get out of it.
Yeah.
You know? That's like a first date thing for me. What's a first date like question that you? Is there one that you go to?
Oh man, I wasn't gonna bring this up.
I don't
before.
really
You're gonna
have a
force my hand, Bjorn.
go-to question. It was more, I don't know, just wherever the conversation goes.
Really? You
I'm
just
pretty
kinda
good with
freestyle it?
conversation. Yeah, I try
you're
to be
good.
funny. Dude, I just try to be funny.
Bjorn is gonna lean into this. Do you want to know what Bjorn pitched to me as a great question to ask
Ooh.
somebody on the first
Yes,
date?
I
Yeah,
do.
I want to hear this too.
Oh,
What did I say?
man.
Am I going to be
Ask it
embarrassed
to
or am
me.
I going to lean in?
Ask
Am I
it to
gonna
me.
dig
See,
in?
I could see. I don't think you're going to be embarrassed.
What's your credit score?
Bingo! That is the question.
Is that the question?
That was the question. When Bjorn and I used to share an office,
Yeah.
and he was like relatively fresh on the dating scene.
Oh, earlier this year when Bjorn was really...
He was like pitching me these like little tips and tricks
Yeah.
of like what he was going to employ on his
Right.
dates, and he's like,
Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing. Here's why he could do that. Because I saw Bjorn's Tinder when Bjorn was dating. Bjorn was a hot girl on Tinder.
I was a hot
Bjorn maxed the number of matches it would tell you that you had. It just hit 99. It
And-
was like the MPG meter in a car when you're going downhill with your foot off the gas.
It was like,
He had,
you
so
know,
Bjorn had to
the
roll
governor was
people out.
hitting.
he had to roll people out. So he could just be in there like, yeah, you got money? Then take a fucking hike.
I'm going to tell you a little secret
Yeah.
here. This might be a bit of a surprise.
Oh, yeah?
And I hope I don't get canceled for this, but
You won't get
the
canceled.
gay fellas,
Yeah.
bunch of horny little devils.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think he was ruling them out for the evening. He was ruling them out for a long
Well,
amount
no,
of
because
time.
the thing was, the way that you justified it to me was
Yeah.
you were like, well, I was like, that is a terrible question to ask.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, well, if they're uncomfortable, then that's a red flag. And I was like, all right, 99% of people in this world, red
so
flags.
Bjorn, on you and Paul's first date,
Well, no, see,
did he disclose his credit score?
no.
Did you ask?
Did you ask
No.
him Equifax?
No, I
Or,
figured
uh,
out.
whoever
I
the
figured
other
out
one is,
other ways of
TransUnion?
figuring out their credit scores. I'm kidding.
You were like, could
no.
I get your date
Terry
of birth?
talked me out of it. I never asked.
You never asked anyone?
I mean, not on the first date.
Okay.
But I also figured out like if somebody like if it was like if I was going on a date with you
Yeah.
and I would be like
If you asked me my credit score, I'd just be like,
I know you would
I'd
tell
be
me.
excited.
You would
'cause
excited.
I have a good one.
Exactly. Well, see, that was my original thought, and then I was like, oh, I have to have a little bit more tact. So what
No, I think you go in there guns blazing, just
blazing,
be like,
full
hi,
on,
I'm
hi.
Bjorn. What's your credit score?
What's your credit
and
score?
they're just like, well, tough couple of years, 580.
So just to
And you're
balance
just like,
the scales,
We're done here, sir.
I have good credit. If somebody, and I'm going to remove all like gender stereotypes from this shit. If I was on a date with someone
yes.
and they're like, so what's your credit score? I'm ending the date. I'm not joking. I'll be like, is that a serious question? If they're like, yeah, that's a serious question. I'd be like, cool, thanks so much. You can pay. I'm leaving right now. And I'm not exaggerating. That, to me, would be like, woohoo, deal breaker, 100%.
Well, I'm gonna just divulge something.
Okay.
Part of why I came up with that whole thing, or like, was just because my ex was so bad about talking about finances, and I really wanted to be with somebody that is comfortable talking about finances.
I understand that, but you got to understand that there are
And I understand. I know, and I got a lot of perspective from this that conversation we had, and I didn't ask that on a single date. I have enough tact to not do that. But what I did figure out is there is a way of sort of figuring that out.
Okay.
You
What's
ask about,
the-
or like you let them tell you about like where they live. If they live in a place like you do, I know you got a halfway decent credit score, or you've
Where's
at least
the
got
buzzer noise? Hold on.
Is that fucked up? That's fucked
no,
up.
they could
fucked
just
up
have a
because
rich dad.
You're just making
I'm just
this
saying
up.
that's a way of knowing.
Nothing.
Right?
There's
No,
no
none of that.
information that you can.
But
I
didn't
would
they have to
extrapolate about it.
background? Didn't they have to background check you to get that place?
No, I mean, yeah.
and you
they
got
ran,
a provable income
they
of
ran
like
my credit
2 or
score
3.
and 3 times.
So you just look up the place they live and see what the rent requirements are.
So
But
you
all
can know
you
what they
know-
make. But here's the thing: is you
and
can
then
make
you're like, well, they're at least at this
you
zone.
can make good money and spend all of it and
Yes.
more.
Thank you, Nick.
From experience, you
I
can make
cannot
good
believe
money
it.
and spend all of it immediately.
Mark your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Scalzone, the voice of fiscal responsibility on this
Yes.
show. Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I
Holy
am
moly.
thinking about this. If someone asked me, "What's your credit score
You
on
would
a
tell.
date?"
Yeah.
I might tell them, but I think now that Terry brought it up, I do think I might be a little bit like, "Wait, is that a real question?" I might joke it off though. I might be like, "What's your credit score? Let's just trade this. What's your social security number?" I'm gonna call
I would say-
Equifax right
see-
now. Do you want me to do a hard pull? I want you to let you know that's actually gonna lower your score if I do that, but it'll be valid for a month.
I'd be
And
like,
so if you need to
my
borrow
God.
from me within the next month, you're
Are
good
you
to
like
go.
in the market for a house or
It's-
something? You know all this shit about
No,
credit?
I bought a car a few months ago. I do know about credit
well,
because I pay attention. I go fucking nerd wallet, dude.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Credit Karma boy.
Oh, I have
over
that
here.
too.
Uh,
I don't fuck around. Dude.
I don't either.
I don't have any money, but I don't fuck around either.
Well, one last thing that I would like to say, and
I still think it's like a real. I'm not completely
it's
sold
a-
that it's a
thing.
inappropriate thing. It is
Absolutely.
inappropriate.
It's an appropriate.
One of
It's
the
so
most-
inappropriate.
one of the most inappropriate questions you can ask
It's
on
an
a date.
appropriate
It's more of a-
thing to want to know.
Easily,
It's
I'd
an
rather.
inappropriate
I
thing
would
to
rather
ask.
have somebody ask me how big my dick is. I
Uh-huh.
would, and I know that a lot of this is listed in some of the
Yeah.
profiles that you might be perusing. I would rather like childhood trauma, and I'd be like, strange question, but
I would probably disclose some of my childhood trauma already and on
Already?
accident.
and you know what it is?
But-
Here's what it is, Bjorn. At the end of the day,
I'm not going to ask if you were molested on the first date. I,
I
feel like
believe
that's
that
inappropriate.
you have good intentions.
yes,
and I
that
believe
would be
that,
inappropriate.
would be
Bjorn, well spotted.
Glad we're making
That's
progress
more of
here.
a fifth date.
Yeah,
right?
no, I think
What
actually
date
Terry
is
brings up a
okay.
good point. I think once you know their dick size firsthand, then you can ask about the credit score.
I still don't think that's appropriate.
I think if you're actively touching their dick consensually
At
and
that moment,
everybody's
is that
very
a good time?
happy-
Is that a good time to
Yes.
ask? That's a good time.
I think
Dick
of all
in
the
hand.
times that I would want a girl to ask me my credit, it would be while actively holding my dick. Enthusiastically and actively holding my dick.
All right.
If she's just like,
All right.
"You have a fantastic dick. What's your credit score?" I'll
What's
be
your
like,
credit score? Let's
"My
see
credit score is
the whole picture.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think?
I
would that-
try to make a credit
Now-
score dick joke.
now,
I
and
love
it's-
that before the show we were like, what are we going to talk about before
I know.
we get into the
Like
shoes?
I don't know. I don't
we have
know.
any things to talk about.
Yeah, look how good we are,
Yeah,
dude.
dicks and credit score.
Well,
We're the best.
Let me, if I can get this last thing in, and then
Yeah.
we'll talk about some shoes on the show. I promise. I think the thing that is like so off-putting for me is I believe you have relatively good intentions. I believe that I understand
what
your
bad intentions would that be?
being
Kanye
a money-grubbing
West made
gold digger.
a song about this in
Yeah.
2005.
Well,
I
what
believe.
if I want to buy a house in 5 years? Do I want to
Buy
be with
the house
somebody?
with your own
yourself.
fucking money. You're dating for a cosigner?
We live in Portland.
Get a-
I'm not. I'm
Re-
not. I'm
remember-
Well,
not.
start selling
remember
loincloths, and then maybe
15
you'll have to
minutes ago
scratch.
when I said Bjorn was a hot girl on Tinder? He has
Oh, my
consistently
God.
proved me correct.
Oh no.
What have you done for me lately? So Bjorn is Janet Jackson back in the flesh.
Back-
21.
What have you
Soon to be
done?
22. Okay.
All
All right.
Yeah, let's
So
get
Bi-
into it.
Yeah, let's
I'm
see
throwing the
some shoes.
Bjorn's got worse credit now because he copped these.
Yep.
Opened up a new line of credit just to get these things. What are we looking at, Bjorn?
Well, these are the Patchwork Jordan 3's, and one of my favorite first impressions of these was just the box. I got them and I was like, did I get the right sneakers?
Talk about getting them. How'd you get them?
Oh, so I got them off the sneakers app.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up early. I believe this was a lotto
Yeah,
one.
that one had a draw.
I feel like the draw is better, and they should just do that with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, I like that you have like a 10-minute window to enter it.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, so like if stuff's messed up, it doesn't have that like long load time. Like sometimes it's just like seems like an error
Yeah.
message. I'm gonna go for some tomorrow on the other app. I was
Confirmed
unaware.
app?
No,
Oh.
the Nike app. The drop on the one that's tomorrow. We're now dating when we are.
Yeah, it's
Doing
the
this.
winter solstice today.
It is the winter solstice. I am going for the I want to get those the bread 4s that the golf
Let's
bread
not
4s. Okay.
get ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
We have get it or forget it later on in the show.
Ooh. Okay. Cool. So what's interesting about these is they have like a bunch of pictures of like the 2s, like a drawing of the 2s.
There's an 11 on there.
Here's the 3. There's like the 11s. There's a picture of the 2s.
The 2s are on this side too.
Yeah, there's
They're
like
really amped up about the 2s.
I was like, and then he's wearing the and then in the comic book thing here, he's wearing the 6s, and the sequence. It looks like he's also wearing the 6s.
That
the
looks like an
infrared
11 over there.
Yeah, this is like there's just like a bunch of drawings.
Huh.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, it's a patchwork of pictures.
It is. And then that classic.
More of a collage. But
Yeah, that classic. Did you have that? No, you weren't into basketball. Do you remember when people had that like on their bedroom, that like long
the Jordan
of
with
like
his, like wingspan.
his wingspan with the ball in the end? I always wanted it. I didn't have it. And then there's a couple pictures of the 3s, and like it looks like sketches, which is pretty sick. Like I'm actually really stoked on those sketches and stuff. Very stoked. Good quality, solid quality box.
Box
and
is
then,
nice. They got a nice double wrap on the inside of the.
There's a double wrap.
Black paper and white paper.
And it came with a bunch of extras. It came with a bunch of extra laces and stuff. I actually already did a lace swap on these.
Ooh.
So these are the Patchwork.
Oh,
so they're
those are
just
cool.
all different types of like camouflage, basically. We'll talk about the little goodies.
It's got
and stuff.
suede. It's got
Canvas,
nylon. It's got canvas.
herringbone. It's got 2 or 3 different kinds of canvas. It's got this like kind of ripstop canvasy thing, and then
Have
it's
you
got
worn
like
these yet?
nope.
Okay.
I mean, oh wait, no, I put them on once I put these laces in.
But you haven't actually worn them.
I have not worn them.
Yeah, the soles look pretty.
I
cool.
haven't creased the toe or anything in these. I wanted to do the episode first. So, and then they've got
I like these. These are cool.
felt on the heel tab, I want to say.
Oh yeah, that is felt. I thought that was suede for a second. That's totally felt.
They've got like the inside of the tongue is very reminiscent of like the inside of like an army jacket or like
Look,
an
if
army
you turn
bomber.
this thing out, inside out, it says Air Jordan 3
Oh, that's
special
cool.
projects.
And then this says
In military type of.
Then
print.
it says textile multi, and then there's like a bunch of numbers on this one.
Huh.
That's interesting. That's cool.
Cool.
Cool little details.
Yeah, these are very military vibes.
Yeah, but like the inside is like this. What is it called? Like a
Satin.
satin. Thank you.
Yeah,
Like a
that's
satin-
like in the silver toe that I have.
Okay.
It's really comfy.
It's
These are
very
cool.
reminiscent of a bomber jacket to me on
Yeah.
the inside, or like a puffy jacket.
So that continues that military vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Did those laces come with the shoe?
Yes, they did.
Okay, because I was going to say they are perfectly color matched, and I was like,
yeah, they're
you must
perfectly
have really...
color matched to the bottom. They came with 3 laces. They came with black laces in them.
Mm-hmm.
And then like they also have the like
a
sand
tan
or something, like a desert lace.
I do like
could be
this
kinda fun.
detailed. The tongue on this one is like a dark brown, and the tongue on that one is tan.
So
They're
I was
not-
looking, and like you look on the if you look on the StockX, they're different. So like mine,
No, that's looks like it's the same.
they're slightly different. Oh wait, no, that's the outside.
Yeah, you see, that's the shoe that you're looking at. No, they're the same.
No, but
Yep.
this is like.
Look, this is the inside of the.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're not the same. Like the two shoes
yeah,
aren't the same,
they're asymmetrical. The pair.
but everything matches and flows.
Yeah. No, they're cool.
Like-
I like them.
Like there's like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you can see there's the dark suede on this one and there's the light suede on that one.
Yeah.
I was so hyped to get these.
Well, these are totally a you shoe.
Yeah, I
They're
wanted
camo.
these.
They're basically camo, and you like camo,
Yep.
and you got the camo.
They're like
ones.
19 kinds of camo.
Here's my question: did these look like Jordans to you? I mean, like beyond literally being a Jordan. Like we can move past like the they're 3.
Nope.
Nick?
No, they look
Nope.
like a military shoe, got turned into a hype beast military shoe.
I think that's kind of like where I'm landing is like I look at them. If I saw somebody walking down the street in these, if I didn't see the Jordan on the back, I'd be like, what are those things? Like, and not in a negative way. Like, I think that they're super cool.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, maybe it's the material, maybe it's the like camo, like a couple different swatches of camo. But they do say like kind of hype, like cool sneaker. But I'm not immediately going to be like, oh, those are 3's. And I think it's just because so much of the line work with the panels gets broken up by the camo on it that I'm like, oh yeah, like it kind of like doesn't trick the eye, but it camouflages it. I
should have wore my other 3's. That's funny. Camouflage. Haha. Okay. One of my complaints that I've always said about the 3's is this big swath usually of unbroken leather. It's usually like a big piece of leather. Like this whole part here is usually one big piece. And on this one, it is not. It is broken up with several different little details and different pieces here. Yeah, and then the satin on the inside. I don't know. I did put them on. I didn't walk around in them. I just put them on my feet and swapped the lace.
Throw me those. I'm going to show those patches off to the camera. So this is like one of the things that I thought was really cool. And you were like, when you were telling me about it, you're like, yeah, I think they like attach to the shoe. I'm like, no, it's just a pack in. And like, I love when companies do this. They used to do this with a lot of SB stuff back in the day. You would get like some sort of like tchotchke. So I'm going to try to hold this up to the camera. It came with like
so
these
that's
little...
a patch like for a military
This
uniform?
is just a straight up patch. It's not, doesn't have like the iron on the back, but it
Velcro.
But it does have, it has like a low tack Velcro. Like,
interesting. Okay.
Yahtzee. It's on the
Where'd
table
that
next
go?
to
It's on the table next to you.
Cool.
But it's just, I think it's just like, it fits really well with the whole kind of like theme of it, right? Like you're calling them the patchwork. It comes with like cool 2 little patches. And yeah, I mean, there might be some sort of like integration. We're going to look at a shoe a little bit later that has some like Velcro patch stuff on it. But I thought it was, very serendipitous that we had these in here and those on later.
Because I thought they went on the back.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of do, but like...
But they're not going to stay on, right?
No, I'd probably lose these.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cool if they Velcroed onto the back
because
of
there's
that.
a whole thing with whether it's a Nike Air or a Jumpman on the back.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of stays. I don't know. I wouldn't trust it.
No. Yeah, I don't think it's that by design. I think it's like they just threw it on the back because if you have an article of clothing that does have that like loop and hook Velcro.
Yeah.
But
Terry's trying to throw that back to you.
yeah, here.
Oh. It's fine.
It's not
We'll
as easy
figure
with
it
the
out.
bag. All right. Well, Nick, you want to see a special edition of these that dropped? Somebody on Reddit.
Sure.
They were real excited.
Yeah.
It was something along the lines of like, oh, I finally got my first pair of Jordans, and I don't know if you see what's going on here.
Good job, man.
Your boy Michael working with a monster. And this
like a third arm.
it's very very evocative of I've brought this up before. I should pull it up in a minute, but like the bootleg Jordan Jumpmans that have butt cheeks because the embroidery just kind of like layered weird. And then Bjorn, so is there any validity to the thing you said, like this is now turning into like a postage stamp collector, like, oh, they printed Lady Liberty upside down?
I heard about this one, and then I saw it, and yeah, it looks like it's going for a lot more money, and people are wanting the Dick Jordan.
I was gonna say, hold on, for those of you who maybe aren't looking directly into my eyes on the camera and you can't see what's going on, it looks like Michael Jordan's got a big old schlong and just kind
little
of
baby arm coming out of there.
Yeah, tripod Jordan out here. That was something a little like fun about these that I thought
little
was
embroider mistake that some people got, and then they posted it on Reddit, and then people were like offering him like cash offers.
They were just like, dude, I'll give you 10 grand.
I will give you so much money for the Dick Jordan 3s.
Oh, that's hilarious. I will not give anybody any money for the Dick Jordan 3s.
I would love to have gotten those. But
it'd be cool to get those through luck, but I'm not paying extra.
I would say if I was holding on to one, I would ask the person what their credit score probably was and see what their response would be. What do you, Bjorn, what is like the aspect of this that really hooked you beyond the camo? I think that's kind of like the easy go-to. We know that you're a big fan of the patterns.
I mean,
the
really,
patterns.
really, it was that broken up thing.
The inside.
I do love how this is just this like seamless, like it's done really well. A thing I really like about it, if I'm totally honest, it kind of reminds me of the undefeated 4s, which you're gonna have to bring up.
We'll see if I can pull them up.
because they're
Definitely bring them up
they're
on
dark green.
StockX. They're one of my favorite colorways of the Jordan. It's probably my favorite. The one I want, but I will never pay whatever the fuck they're going. What are they going for right
Well,
now?
it looks like you could get a set of the undefeated 4s.
$4,000.
You could get in a size 10.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's actual numbers. It looks like you could either get the Dick Jordans or you could get these because it says 10,000 on there.
Okay. Yeah. So I
what are
could get
those-
a new car.
Are there
like-
any numbers there? No, there's no numbers.
oh, they're like impossible to get. Like
Yeah.
they aren't really. They're very similar to that.
Yeah, this has some of those vibes. I kind of get it because I know you like the shape of the 3, but that unbroken piece of leather. You've
Yeah.
always complained about that. I personally like that detail.
Yeah.
I liked these, but it was like I've got a lot of 3s and I didn't need them.
Yeah.
And they were definitely like as soon as I saw them, I was like, "That's a Bjorn shoe." It's all the colors that are in camo turned into yet another camo.
Yeah.
And some of those camo pieces of the camo are camo.
Yeah.
It's like camo on camo on camo. It's
Yeah,
it's a
there's-
totally you shoe.
I just
And so I
and
was
like the herringbone, like you could wear this with like a suit jacket. I feel like
No,
I don't believe so. I
we're not
feel
going
like-
there.
I like how your voice trailed at the end of that statement because you knew.
I knew it was coming. I knew the
Well,
explosion.
no, you're
of-
just saying that because you bought a camo blazer.
I did
recently.
buy a
You could-
camo
you could
blazer.
wear
a
it with
camo
which I
suit
which I
jacket.
wish I had brought these with me to
Yeah.
Seattle after I bought that camo blazer. I was like, oh, these would have been perfect.
Well, now you got an outfit.
I do have an outfit.
Yeah.
And I was so excited when I liked these a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew they had like the small hits of orange because orange is my favorite color.
Mm-hmm.
And I really I was gonna do a lace swap of orange. I was gonna like go and dig and try to find what this Pantone was, and like I was so happy when they came with a
They got to,
matched because not all. That's one thing that I would complain about a lot of the Jordans is like why is it that some come with a bunch of like Pantone matched laces and some don't? You know.
It's a design. I mean, with these, that's such an accent color on the inside of the tongue and like everything else, like, and it makes sense, right? It's aesthetically, like,
Yeah. Camo and blaze
synergistic,
orange.
whatever the word is.
These
Yeah.
are basically hunting themed, but they'll
Yeah.
never ever admit that.
Yeah, you could wear those in the duck blind when you go shoot ducks.
Yeah.
Don't
real,
do that. You'll ruin
real
them.
quick, I will say I did find a pair on StockX of the Undefeateds. Now, I will say that price is a fallacy. It's only worth what people will pay, and no one has paid. Size 12, sample, 2018 Undefeateds, $60,000 is the asking price.
60,000.
So
That's like a decent DP on
Anything?
a house.
anything,
Yeah.
Like,
decent anything. If
decent,
you gave me $60,000 and you were like, "Hey, go buy a plane,"
Mercedes,
I could get a plane.
You
what
could
is that? An S class?
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's not an S class.
C class? I don't know.
It's
I
a
don't know
tricked up
Mercedes.
C class or an entry level E class.
Like you
I could get
do,
an organ, human organ.
yeah,
I bet you,
Definitely.
60,000.
yeah, new kidney.
You give me a month. Ticket to Russia's only like $1,000.
Yeah.
Right.
I got 59 floating around for a kidney.
Yeah, you could get
Or I could get a cool pair of shoes.
No. Well, see, that was what I was always so frustrated with. Was like I liked that color. Like I legit just liked the colorway. And the thing that I hated about it is like, yeah, it's a $60,000 pair of sneakers. Nobody's gonna know. Like 8 people. Like you could walk around in Portland and people would be pissed that you're undessing those.
You know what?
yeah.
You know.
Good.
But that's about
I'm
it.
glad.
Oh,
that
if I
nobody
was
would
ever in
know.
the position to own a pair of shoes that were worth that much money, I definitely would just wear them.
Just
or buy a
take 'em.
Just
fucking
for-
Montclair
to
or
do it.
something. Like you get something that will open doors for you, not like it was like, hey, no sneakers in the club, and you're like, but bro, no.
I think if they see if you've got $10,000 sneakers on, people will know.
I think
Well,
some people would.
So that's part of why I liked these. These are a very gettable
Also,
thing.
if it's a club that doesn't allow sneakers, I don't want to be there.
Well, I don't like racists either, so yeah, I agree. All right, well, I've got to ask, Bjorn, because this is actually, I don't know which way this is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
These are so you. I could see you being like, bro, daily driver, going to grind these shits into the dust. But I could also see you being like, no, I got to keep these things nice. I'm going to wear them with my camo blazer that I purchased.
Yeah, these are your finest
So,
camo.
for the audience at home, the astute tenors, you know the question is, Bjorn, are you going to blow the back out on these Jordan Patchwork 3's? Or are you going to keep them pavement princess?
Oh, I'm gonna blow the back out on these.
Not the
Yeah.
answer that I thought.
That's my plan. And that it comes back to the undefeated 4s. If I bought the undefeated 4s,
Yeah.
I'm not blowing the back out of those. Those are going to be a special occasion.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why and my thought, this is like such a weird thing. It's like, I want the undefeated 4s to wear as a daily driver. And that was this is like the perfect solution to that.
Yeah, and
for
I
me.
think these are going to look really good beat.
I think they're going to
These
look
for sure
even
gonna
better
look
when
good.
this starts to wear, like this is
Yeah.
like a cream already, or like a bone, I guess.
Yeah,
is what
when
we're
that's
calling
got, a bunch of creases in it and just kind of scuffs and
I think it's
just
going to wear really nicely.
I think those are going to look good when they're beat.
I kept them clean for the episode. It was really hard because I got them a while ago. But yeah,
Bjorn, sorry to interrupt.
you're surprised?
If you wanted to save yourself $59,833,
Okay. Is there? Oh, I could get some bootleggies.
$833, you could hit up wereplica.ru.
Ooh.
WeReplica.ru.
Those.
They probably
so, not RU,
Ooh,
is Russia, right?
$167.
they're probably made out of like, I don't know, fox fur or something. It'd be funny if they were like they're like, oh yeah, we it's all the foxes that hang out at Chernobyl. We got them. And that's why they're green.
Glow.
And
Yeah.
we made some shoes out of them. And you're like, oh, Fox shoes. I can't get those for less than like $1,000. And they're like, no, only 167 US.
I love that. That's definitely the picture from StockX.
Probably.
No,
Oh,
that
it comes
looks
in
fake.
European
Look at
size.
that.
Ooh, European
Look at the
sizes. So what's a
tongue.
42 cost? I think
Is
that's
that your
us,
size?
right? We're 42.
I think something
I
like
think
that.
we're 42.
I think that they don't discriminate. It's all $1.67.
Ooh,
across
let's
the
see
board.
some other pictures. Let's see if it is, because this is a pretty pixelated picture. It looks like it's.
Listen, when you go to we are replica RU or whatever the hell it is, Bjorn, I cannot see the screen, so I'm having a trouble.
Yeah,
It's
no,
fine.
this
No.
is taken from the same phone that they run like a few Christian Facebook pages
Oh
on.
yeah,
Like,
and it's how they sell all those Facebook likes. Yeah,
It's definitely someone who actually has a pair. They just took some pictures of it. You don't know what you're gonna get.
I think it's worth the dice, man. Roll the dice.
One of these, we do need to do a replica episode where
Yo,
we buy like some
I asked
weird ass
Alexa
shit.
when she was down here for the Fabric premiere. I was like, "Yo, I need to get you on the show," but she lives in Seattle, so next time she
Okay.
comes down, we'll get her on.
Yeah.
we can hear about hear her sing the praises of replicas.
yeah, she's the one that skates the.
Skates the dunks,
Fake
yeah.
dunk
And I
reps.
shouldn't say like I'm trying. It's like I'm pitching Alexa as like this like has a closet
No.
full of dunks that are fake.
It
she
makes
just will
sense.
buy fake dunks
She
when
has
she
bought
needs a new
fake
pair
dunks in the past yes.
because she wanted to skate dunks.
yeah.
Yeah,
Which-
that's totally
And they're
fair. I
impossible to
think.
The best reason to
Yeah.
get reps.
Yeah.
I think.
All right, well, fellas, do you want to look at some more shoes?
Yeah,
do.
let's
All
look
right,
at some.
I
So
do.
I will
here,
say,
Jerry.
in a moment of humility,
humility.
I will say that I've been doing things behind the board here for Get It or Forget It the last couple episodes, and Bjorn brought up a good point. Hasn't been any Yeezys or Jordans on. And I was like, that's strange because I'm just clicking the sneaker releases tab, and that's where we get it.
Yeah.
So I put in a little work to get us over the hump this time. Bjorn, can you give me one of those little gross beers? One of the holiday ones? And so what I did was we are going to have a little bit from column A, a little bit from column B, and a little from column C. Let me pull this up on the big screen, and bear with me while you're getting a little peek behind the curtain here. All right, so this is our new Get It or Forget It segment, complete without the weird skincare ads. And I am going to say we're sticking with Adidas and your boy Kanye. Sorry,
Okay.
Ye.
Awesome.
Yay.
Yay.
Must respect the artist. Some of you might lose a little respect for the artist with these first ones. These are the Yeezy 1020s. Scheduled to come out this month here in December. Last month here in December. And for the listener at home, if you're familiar with the 1020s or the 1050s, they look kind of like, what's the weird Jordan? Is it not the 11s?
Yeah, it's not the 11. It's
the 13.
Oh, you know what it is? No, sorry. These look like the Allen Iversons to me. The
Yeah, they have a little bit of that vibe.
They are in a blaze orange, and as you can see on the heel, they are apparently a collaboration with Continental, who makes tires.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's
Adidas uses Continental rubber on all the like Ultra Boost shoes. I'll say Continental on the side.
Yeah,
interesting.
my Ultra Boosts say that on them.
All right, so I know I'm going to throw it over to you first, Nick. You are the resident Yeezy aficionado.
I'm a big Yeezy fan, and I like a lot of Yeezys, and I definitely couldn't wear these. That's a forget it for me. I can't. I don't know what to do with these.
So one thing I'll say, actually, we're going to do a quick little bit of housekeeping. I think that we can say, get it. I'm going to extend. And I'm going to say, like, it doesn't mean you're literally going to buy them.
Yeah.
But, like, you get it. And you, like... So, if it's something you're like, yeah, I really like them a lot, but I wouldn't buy them because I probably wouldn't wear them, I will say for here on out, we should consider that a get it.
These are still a forget it.
Still
in
a
that
forget
case.
it.
These remind me of the Yeezy basketball, and I didn't like that shoe either. The what the hell's out? The Quantum. I didn't like the Quantum, and I don't like these.
Okay. Mr. Orange himself. Bjorn.
I'm into the colorway. I
figured as much.
I will say I like the colorway. There are some redeeming things. What are these going to retail for? $300 if I were to just venture a guess.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Probably
I would guess
300.
it's $300 to $350.
There is a no way I am ever getting these. This is a forget it for me. Thank you.
You know what, guys? It's a get it for me.
Oh my god!
I love
it.
Really? I love
you
it.
Want to know why?
Yes.
They don't look like Yeezys. No,
They don't.
I think that like I'm exaggerating a little bit for effect. The zipper on the front is like peak weird like early aughts basketball shoe shit.
Oh yeah.
I will say,
are there laces under there? Nobody knows.
Probably not, because Kanye's been trying to get away from laces.
They also make it, I think, in like the 1050 is more of like a gray one, and it looks like that bullshit that he's been wearing, like the frumpy boot, like it looks like the snow boots from A Christmas Story.
He's been doing big frumpy clothes for a while.
I do like
Frumpy's
that
a good word for most of his fashion.
Frumpy is like what he should call his line. Frumpy by Yeezy.
Well,
but it's spelt weird, like FRMPY.
FRMP.
MP, yeah.
Yeah, just frump.
Frump.
He's put like Skrillex characters in it and shit. All right, so anyway, enough. So it was two forget it's and a get it. We're gonna stay in the Yeezy lane for the next one, and we actually, Bjorn, you texted this to the group chat, and you're like, we got to talk about these shits. The 350 Volume 2 or Version 2 MX Rock.
All right, so I do have those one pair of 350s.
Yeah, you have the
I want
MX
these
Oat.
so bad. They come out tomorrow. I'm in like 5 raffles for them. I actually got other people to download the app.
I'm in confirmed for you on these.
And I can't wait for the moment where like I also was like reading on sneaker Twitter and stuff that it sounds like there's whispers that there's going to be a lot of these, and it's fine if we all hit. I'll just get a whole bunch of them, whatever. But I am so hyped on these. Like I actually, thank you. This is a get it for me. I actually pulled out of all of the Belugas raffles and things that I was in.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't want them because I want these. I don't want those. I mean, I like the Belugas. They're just a gray. They're just a 350 classic gray with like an orange stripe. And I was like, into this. But I like this one so much.
Nick?
I mean, it's a get it as far as our standards. I like it. I love the 350. And this is a cool colorway. I like the MX Oat, the other one you have, much better than these.
Or maybe we'll trade if
I get these, I will trade you these
perfect.
for the Oat.
Perfect.
But yeah, I think It's cool. It's definitely a Yeezy if there ever was one.
I know.
It's basically camo.
It's a marbled.
And,
I'm so into
camo.
it.
It's camo. Yeah.
It's subtle.
It's
Well, the
camo.
other thing was right before I found out that these were dropping, I actually was looking at the bread 350s at a reseller. They were used. They were just like $190.
The breads, meaning the ones that are all black, just with red letters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Red letters only, which are one of my favorite 350s. If I had to like pick one,
Yeah.
and I think of the Yeezys, the 350 is my favorite silhouette. So if I have to pick a Yeezy, I would pick this silhouette, and then you put this marble gray, brown.
Yes, like
camo.
they made it for you.
This is like the 350 version of this.
I would definitely take. I was in the raffle for the Belugas. Took an L.
Ooh, no
I
heel
would've-
tab.
I would have taken the Belugas over these 100%. Though.
Oh, really?
For me, yeah.
Where do you guys think I'm going to land on this?
I think you might be into this one, but
I think
maybe I'm
of
just
Yeezy
like
350s. This one would be higher on your list because it's kind of low key and less shouty. But I feel like it probably is still a forget it from you because it's a 350.
Well,
But let's hear.
What are you at?
I would. I think like when you sent these the other day, I was like, holy shit, they look cool. And here's the thing. I think the dark color sole, and this is strange because this is very off-brand for me.
Yeah.
I usually don't like a dark color sole like that. I think with this, it looks cool. This is like a subdued Yeezy that still has the cool like jazz solo cup aesthetic, but in like a camo, and it looks like some cool like rock shit.
It's almost like a wood. It reminds me of like a wood grain, which I really like.
I think if I was going to dip my toe in the 350 pond, which is a thing that is not going to happen. Like I'm not buying these, but these
I'm not
would be
buying
the
these on
ones
resale
for sure.
unless they go below retail. Then
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But
all right. Well, so that was.
thank you.
What was the final total there? It was 2 get it's and a forget it, or no, 3 get it's
had
across the board.
I
Yeah.
had forget it on the other ones. But
All
get it on
right, we
these.
got a big yay for the Yeezy MX Rocks. All right, one more pair of Yeezys before we switch our styles up.
Okay.
The next one is going to be the Blush 500s. So these
Should
are
I
like
go first?
I will say, so if you're familiar with the 500 silhouette, this is like it's like the lightest pink that you can get without just turning into like a I don't even know what to like a off-white or something like that.
No, I'll go. This is another Yeezy that I've never been a fan of. The 500s were coming out like right when I first got into Yeezys, and I was like, those look dumb. And I maintain to this day that those look dumb and I don't like them. They're not for me, so it's a forget it.
I want to just quick shout out, if we remember, Train
Yeah.
was on a while ago,
Yeah,
probably about a
Train-
year
Train
ago.
from Trash Talk Boys, formerly Sneaker Peek podcast.
Oh, they just did it?
They
Oh, cool.
changed their name.
Now, he said these are the most comfortable shoes he's ever worn.
Yeah, and then he immediately said that the foam runners were the most comfortable shoes
Dude,
he'd ever
okay,
worn.
He
He just has a lot
sidebar.
of comfortable shoes. I
Sidebar
think.
on the foam runners.
Yeah.
I touched them. They because I was in
Uh-huh.
those raffles and I was up in Seattle. I went to a bunch of sneaker reseller
Yeah.
stores, and they had a whole wall of those.
Yeah.
And so I tried them on.
Mhm.
I completely disagree. Like they're like a croc material,
Yeah.
but harder.
Huh.
Like a little stiffer. And I was like, ew, no. Now the slides,
The Yeezy slide?
super soft.
Ooh.
Those were nice and soft.
I might have to get a pair of those.
They
what
were
about
these
the
days.
500.
But I know. Sorry, that was just a sidebar. 500s. This is a forget it for me. I do not like them. Color and silhouette both misses. It's just like, what are we shooting at the wrong basket at this point on this one? Like,
yeah, the 500 isn't for me. I don't know.
I do.
It kind of looks like a Yeezy. It reminds me of the D3 a little bit, honestly.
Does
From the top.
Yeah, it is a big
way the
bulky
tongue
shoe, and
is,
it's kind of got those round.
It's like a skinnier D3, and I know that sounds super weird because the whole thing is that it's like a fat. It's got that like, I don't know. just some weird circle
It's
things.
just
And
weird.
What did you have to say? What do you got on this?
I mean,
Terry?
you know what the fuck the deal is.
I know.
But I will say this. You mentioned the color. I actually kind of like the color. I like the motif. I just don't like the shoe itself. And I do think with a shoe like this, going with something that's a little more subdued and classy is a move in the wrong direction. This shit has to be like neon. It has to look like Ken
I've
Griffey Jr.
Always thought that with the 500 too, because they do it in nothing but solid colors and kind of drab colors. They've got it in this. They've got it in black.
It's like
They've
white
got it
on
in, like various shades of brown, white, and black.
I need
and
to have
gray.
like teals and like just some real kind of
But
like Florida,
you say that,
Miami
but then they did
Nights
make
type
one
shit.
of the highs with like blue and orange and shit on it, and it also looked bad.
Well, then perhaps the shoe's just gross.
Yeah.
then it just highlights how gross
I
the
think
shoe
the
is.
500 is just a shoe that I don't like. I know a ton of people love them, so I'm not going to say it sucks as a shoe, but it's a shoe that never resonated with me.
It does have these like interesting like tumors, if you will.
Yeah,
like
I
here,
don't like that.
like it goes in here
Looks
by
like
the
it has
toe.
An STI.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does look like an STI
That being
sneaker.
said, I do like the Jordan 13, which has some of those exact same vibes. So I'm just
But
a
it's
hypocrite.
done well. That one's I don't love that sneaker. It kind of looks like a Stay Puft Marshmallow shoe or something to me.
I
but-
like marshmallows. So.
Yeah, it's
excellent. Excellent campfire snack.
I don't need any love bumps on my shoe. But this next shoe does have some interesting bumps on it. We mentioned it before. This is going to be the Jordan 4 Golf Breads.
Ooh, yeah. This is we already know where
Okay,
Bjorn's
so
at
these
on this.
you're trying to get these tomorrow.
Oh, totally. 7:00.
Do you
on
need
the
me to
other
download
app.
an app?
No.
Okay.
So-
I really don't need another pair of golf shoes.
As an outsider, are these just a straight up replica of the Bread 4s with
Golf
I have
spikes.
on the next one, we have golf spikes on the back, on the bottom. And so my other question is, I know avid golfer, ball golfer, and big shoe guy, Shane Brennan.
Yeah.
He shoots golf in Jordans, right?
Yeah.
Are they golf Jordans or are they regular Jordans?
I think he because we had him on the podcast, if I remember correctly. He has a couple of pairs of golf Jordans, but the other thing is he's bought these. There's like these things you can just get the spikes and then you just drill them into whatever
gotcha.
sneaker you want. The interesting thing about golf for me, I tend to use my I have some Air Max 90s and I have a pair of Golf 5 lows that we haven't done on the podcast yet, which like I got them. I don't know. They're nice. I love it's actually, if it was a regular shoe, I probably would wear it all the time.
Yeah.
But it's a golf shoe. And what I like about my other ones is they're just the 90s. They're just grip. They don't have the like ridiculous plastic base and like so like I could actually like wear them to the store if I wanted to, or like I can wear I can like
these you
put
can't
them on.
really wear to a store because they've got those big cleats on them.
Yeah, like you kind of have to like put these on in the parking lot, like or like when you're actually at the golf course.
Yeah.
But the other ones, like I can wear them at the driving range and stuff like
Okay.
that. That's my only thing. I'm like so torn because I love this silhouette so much, and I'm totally just gonna go for them. Like, but this is a get it. This is a Bjorn get it for sure. Because it's like one of my favorite silhouettes. The only thing I have a hard time, paying the resale on these.
Yeah.
Because it's just so outrageous. Like I just want them to re-release them. I want to be able to just get these from Foot Locker. You know what I mean? I don't want to wait in line for them.
What if they made Air Force One golf shoes that you could get at Foot Locker on every day of the week?
An Air Force One?
Yeah.
Do they?
No, I'm saying, would you buy it?
A golf? No, I'm not an Air Force One guy.
I didn't know if the golf thing would get you over the line.
No,
Nick,
no.
what about you? I know, like,
I'm not a golf guy, and I'm really not a forest guy. They're not my favorite silhouette, and for that reason, it's a forget it. I mean, I'm not gonna say the 4 sucks. The 4 is a great shoe.
yeah.
People, if I said that the 4 sucked, then everybody tell me.
And finally,
shut
more
up.
plastic shit. Like just
Yeah,
when you
just
thought there
add
wasn't enough
even more
plastic and rubbery
to a
shit.
shoe that's covered in plastic, which is my main gripe with that shoe, is it's got too much plastic on it, and they added more plastic that I'm not a golfer. I'll hit the driving range from time to time, but I'm not into golf enough to buy golf shoes.
Here's what I'm going to say. I think that this shoe looks fucking awesome. But you know what? And here's why. Because it's this, you're not going to like this, Bjorn. Some hack shit.
It's fine.
It's the bred for golf shoe. Like, it's almost like too much of what people want. Like, you can't just give them the most, correct me if I'm wrong, like the most coveted, one of the most popular 4s of all time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But with some cleats on the bottom.
Yep.
Of it. Do you think that there's anyone out there that's going to be pulling the cleats off?
Here's probably. Yeah. Oh, probably.
Sliding all over the place.
Oh, probably for sure. Well, because they've done a whole bunch of these. They've done a bunch of wacky ones.
Okay, I've got a question on golf shoes. What are those cleats for?
Dude,
are you running?
No.
Yeah.
No. It's so
that
your
your
feet
feet
are
grip
placed.
in any.
It's so your feet, so you can
leverage.
You've
leverage.
got really good leverage while you're standing
they're good
still.
for fucking too. I don't know.
I mean,
in the woods, like they would be really good.
Justification than needing them for golf, which is a sport where you stand still.
Obviously, I'm not a golfer.
Now, I want a caveat on this.
Yes.
If these were a bowling shoe, you're goddamn right. I would pull out every single stop.
Well, we literally,
you
literally just pitched a bowling league to me today, so I looked up good bowling shoes, and they all suck. There are no cool bowling shoes.
There are no cool bowling. There's some. We'll find you some.
Send me a link.
We'll find you some. It's pretty slim though. Yeah, it's pretty. Like that's one of my biggest gripes with. Like one of the things early on in bowling, I remember going to the bowling alley and I saw these dudes showing up in just like head to toe, just dripping.
Yeah.
Just dripping in supreme gear.
Mm-hmm.
They show up to the bowling alley with their bags, then they pull out just like the wackish sneakers. They take off.
I'm not gonna have you sully the Dexter name like that.
Some white and navy Dexter, like whatever, just gross bowling shoes. And bowl amazing. All these dudes were super into bowling, but I was like, whoa, like all of them are just like whack. There just isn't. I mean, it's just one of those things.
It's
like
performance gear.
It's performance
gear,
gear,
roll
but
300. That's it.
Yeah, but
it's a sport that
honestly,
takes place indoors, and shoes are part of it. There should be cool ones.
And there's not the like drill. There isn't like the equivalent of drilling spikes into like whatever sneaker.
Yeah. It's fully like the whole shoe has to be designed for bowling. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving along. So we're gonna stick with Jordans, and I will say that we got a couple more Jordans, but there's a lot, and I cut some out.
Okay.
And that's probably gonna be the way that's gonna be going from here on out. We are going to go to another low. This is the Soulfly Air Jordan 1 Low OGs, the black and sport red.
Oh, man. I saw these this morning.
I saw them on
do
the
you
app
see
today.
right now? Tell me about these shoes.
Okay, so they kind of have like a loafer look to them, but what's the silhouette? It's just like it's a Jordan 1 Low.
It's Jordan 1
but
Low.
It barely looks like one to me.
I agree.
Like it barely. It's got a red toe. Is it like a satin or something? Like it seems like it's got a nice texture to it.
It looks like. It looks on the photo like kind of like a crushed velvet.
Like a crushed velvet.
Like a
and then
real
it's
low
got
pile
this like
velvet.
tiger print thing on the toe.
It's funny because it could be an animal print or it could just be mud.
It
could be like a tiger stripe. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the decal they used to put on the Ford Raptor.
Yep. That's what it looks like.
Mud decal.
Then it's got a gums, so that it's got like a black wrap and then a gum sole on the bottom, and then you've got like the unpainted version of the toe cap.
Let me give you a
on the
look on that.
So then there's like because it looks like they have that like tiger print or whatever we were talking about, like that ripped print, and then they've painted the lower part of it, the stamped part, I guess. I don't know, the other part of the leather. I don't know if I'm making this very clear. I really like these. This is a get it for Bjorn.
That's a get it for
Yeah.
Really?
I'm super into these.
Okay, because these are
That's not
forget it
surprising.
for me.
I literally put this on so that Bjorn could say he was gonna get it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know that it's close to a bunch of stuff that you like.
Yeah.
And so very quickly, I'm talking like 15 seconds max.
Yep.
Tell me the difference between a Jordan 1 Low and a Dunk.
The Jordan 1 Low has a weird higher tongue. I don't like the way it looks. I feel like the Dunk does the low better.
Okay.
The Dunk seems like it's a little wider, and it was designed to be a low. This, they took a high top and they chopped it off. and it just doesn't look as good. That's my main reason for not liking this. Also, I don't like the colorway, but because it looks like fucking leopard print, which is silly to me.
Kind of.
It looks like a leopard
And
print
I'll fuck with leopard
of a
print.
Jordan 1 Low, which I know is a silhouette I don't like anyway.
I'm gonna
So,
try. Okay, I can go back. I will say this.
This
for
is
me,
like a shoe you wear to a strip club. I love this.
Yes,
this
I
is
don't like
awesome.
strip
Yeah.
clubs.
For
I don't go to strip
me-
clubs.
Me neither, but
It looks like a hybrid dress shoe that you would get at J.C. Penney.
My apologies. Itchy trigger finger over here.
Okay.
I
Yeah, for
swear
you.
that was not intentional.
What are you thinking,
If
Terry?
it didn't have a black swoosh on it, I think I'd be more into it. I think if the swoosh was red,
Oh.
the red
or if
would-
it was sand, like that sand color,
Yeah.
I'd be more into it. But it's too much dead space in the mid, and
That's a good
that's
point.
what puts me into the forget it.
nobody's gonna know what it is. But I'm still into it, man.
All
This
right.
is like this is what you wear to the Playboy Club.
I am also I'm saying on this next one. So this is kind of another.
It's very
impetus-
sexual. This is a very sexual shoe.
You're
to me.
right,
shoe.
and it makes me uncomfortable.
Way.
It's a little too comfortable with itself, and I'm like, you had
It's just like it's got its sexuality. It's out there. It is
too
just
good of a
waving it in your
childhood
face.
that
This
you had.
shoe is like, here's what I'm into, and you're like, I didn't remember asking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
it's like
that's exactly-
it's like I'm okay with it, but why are you telling me that?
This is like if Dan Weber came to guest spot and like something fell out of his pocket, and you're like, oh, what's that? And he's like, oh, these are just my nipple clamps, and you're like, I wish I hadn't asked. No,
love
no
it.
sex shaming, Dan Weber. If you're a nipple
Yeah.
clamp guy, by all means, do your thing. Speaking of doing things, we're gonna go on to the next one, and I'm gonna stick with the Jordan Lows. And this is one that, like, I think if this was a dunk, I'd be like, yeah, it's cool. How do y'all feel about the ceramic 1 Lows?
It's everything that I kind of just thought about when I said I didn't like the Jordan 1 Low
Yeah,
applies to the shoe. The tongue, see how the tongue
it's
is
a little
like too
yeah.
high,
Yep,
and you see how the whole shoe looks like it's just stretched. It looks too
Yep.
long.
I see that.
Yeah, I don't like the Jordan 1 Low silhouette. The one looks good as a high top.
Mhm.
It looks good as a mid top. It doesn't look good as a low.
This kind of looks like a bowling shoe. If we're gonna keep that
Well, I'll
going,
say for
I
Nick,
love it.
Nick,
Yeah,
Nick
it's
is
a
a
forget it
it
on that.
Bjorn.
I
Oh.
like the colorway.
So into
will
it.
say that.
I'm into it. I like it. I mean, like we're like hitting all the spots that Bjorn
Yeah.
likes on this episode. I feel like. I mean, it's like it's got the orange, it's got the olive, the bone, the gum sole. Like I'm feeling it.
I was curious to see if you
Definitely
were going to be
feeling
into
it.
this because I think that this is a really just straightforward, plain shoe. Like,
Yeah.
it's not going to turn any heads.
No.
It's a Jordan 1 Low.
Mhm.
So, like, people might be like, oh, you like Jordans, whatever. And I'm going to say this. Not only am I a get it, I think I might be a Jordan 1 Low guy.
yeah.
It seems like you can get them easier than you can get dunks.
You
You can.
definitely can.
I don't want dunk dickheads talking to me, and I think it's just like, it's just a cool sneaker. That's
Yeah.
it. Like nothing flashy, nothing too much. And maybe on the 28th, I will try to get these. I'm not.
I think with like a nice pair of shorts. Like this is something I would wear with shorts.
Yeah,
I
and
feel
I
like.
think like for me, this is like a cool non-black or red or white
Yeah.
colorway that you would kind of have to put an outfit around for.
Yeah.
But it could also just be like a regular, like I had a pair of Cons 1 stars that were like yellow, like mustard yellow. And I was just a mustard yellow shoe guy for a minute, and it was cool. It was
Yeah.
painting outside the lines. Speaking of painting outside the lines, the next one is definitely going to put us into like that theory territory. These are the Jordan 11 Adapts. So for those of you not familiar, the Adapt was like the Ultra Mag technology, right?
Yep.
And
Yeah,
it's
the
like the
mags.
auto lacing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, so I will show. I can show you now. These have like the little button on it, so you can like tighten the. It's almost like a boa lacing system, right?
Yep.
I'll start with Bjorn. You're riding high on Jordans right now. What do you think about the Adapt University Blues?
Oh, okay. So, well, this isn't my final answer, but hate the Adapt. It's too much. It's just like it's like a super bulky, and this looks like a space shoe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why though. I'm just feeling this color. It just like
Okay.
It feels like, ooh, I drive an electric vehicle. Like this, like the only car you could drive with this is like that weird all-electric BMW, the little one, not the
Oh.
sports car.
The
I know
Like
what you're talking
i3.
about.
this is the shoe that you wear when you drive your
I can see
i3.
that. I can see that for
Like,
sure.
but I really like that like sort of ripstop nylon that's on the tongue.
Yeah.
I love this blue and white combo so much. All that being said, it is a forget it because
Wow.
it's
Really
because
taking
it's,
us on a ride.
because it's an adapt and it's just got like this huge sole. But like I would love to see a non-adapt Jordan 11 in this colorway. Like
Yeah,
if it
but-
was a regular, just a gas version.
Yeah.
You know.
then they can't charge.
I know I feel like I kind of agree with you. I like the 11. I don't hate this colorway, but this kind of looks like the 11, was an athlete. And then the 11 retired, and then the 11 did not change its diet.
And so
and
now it
it's
drives.
fat.
Got a little
It
chunky.
drives.
It's
It drives
just
a scooter.
Fat Jordan 11.
It's
yeah.
just too much.
No, it had to buy a Suburban because it needed something with beefy suspension to haul its ass around. Yeah, no, this is a fat 11, and I don't like it. It doesn't look good.
Forget it. And you know what? We'll make it the three-way. And so one last thing I'll say about this shoe. Y'all want to guess what the retail is on it?
$400.
Nick?
Yeah, 400, 450.
$500.
$500.
Now it's
that.
an even more because
Bigger
I was
forget.
thinking
Knock
it
it
was
off,
going to be
Nike.
400.
There's a reason why I left that
Yeah.
information.
Because
Okay.
the original adapts were 400 and they sat. They like had a big.
Yeah.
They had like the countdown, all that shit, and like they were available for like a month
And
afterwards.
so will these.
All right. Well, that's going to bring conclusion to our Yeezy and Jordan section. But as is the norm with this segment, I got a couple more shoes
Yeah.
for you. We're going to stay with Adidas. And these are the Billionaire Boys Club and Adidas NMD. Who? Is that how you pronounce it? The Running Dogs. And for the audience at home, they're kind of like almost like a fake grass green. They have the BBC dog that's emblazoned over both of them. So you kind of got to have them side by side. They have a
Yeah.
very interesting lacing system that is very evocative of the
Yeah,
Jordan
they're
4.
the Pharrells.
Yeah.
This is the way all the Pharrell NMDs. This is one of the Pharrells.
So, well, and it's also, so we talked about this before, but you can see on the back here, it says ice cream. That was like the shoe spin-off of BBC. It was like if people wanted to have Bapes, they were like, oh, we're going to do ice creams. They're going to be like the skate shoe version. But we'll start with you, Nick. Where are you at on the BBC Adidas?
I've always wanted to like the Pharrells. Not for me. I'm not a fan. They look like the bill of a platypus. And it's a forget it because they're a Pharrell NMD, and it just isn't a silhouette that I think I could wear.
Yeah.
Also, I don't like that one drawing, the dog over both shoes.
Okay.
I would prefer they put that on each shoe.
Okay. I
Put
can
the
see
whole
that.
logo on each shoe. I feel like the shoes need to be able to stand alone. It's fine to do what Bjorn shoes do here and have them be asymmetrical.
Yeah.
But I hate when a design goes from one to the other. So you've got to you have to hold your feet in a specific way. Be like, oh, look at the art. It goes from one to the other. Like, fuck that. I don't like that. That's dumb. Forget it.
Bjorn?
All right, so I want to like the NMDs. I really the regular.
I
ones.
like the regular ones.
I like the regular
They're not
silhouette.
the most comfortable, but I still
My
like them.
feet can't do them though. So pretty much an NMD is always just like an automatic forget it for me. I would agree. I like how there's like on this sneaker it's two things, but they're like complementary. Like they work together. It's like there's like symmetry to it in this like fun outside way. I don't like the like totally the thing going across the two. That's a hard no. And that colorway I just can't. It's just like it's like an I don't know. It reminds me of like a 70s colors, which I normally like a retro modern kind of feel to it.
Yeah, like if you saw
I
a
do like the-
Volkswagen van painted those colors, you'd
Yeah.
be like, that makes sense.
I do like. There are some parts that I do like about it. Like I love that heel tab. That leather heel tab is like pretty sick to me. But at the end of the day, this is a forget it.
Well, gentlemen, I will be the voice of opposition because I think that these are pretty fucking sick. Interestingly enough, the leather heel tab is the low point for me. I do think that the plastic mesh, like the Jordan 4S mesh, and like the way that the laces are layered over the top is cool. I was never a big fan of BBC. I was never a big fan of ice creams. I was never a big fan of like any of kind of those like clothing companies. I think the dog is sick. I think the way that it's done is cool. I like the NMD as a shoe, and I think that this is like, I'm not getting this to flex on people. I think it's just like a cool shoe from a cool collaboration, and I like the green. One of the things that you don't see here that I saw when I was pulling these reference photos is that it also comes with like a sky baby blue lace, which I think does give it like a cool little
and that kind of brings out the plastic part of this,
and it just works with like the green and the brown really, really well.
Yeah.
But we'll move on. We had 2 forget it's and a get it from yours truly. The next one, this is going to be a little educational session for me. This is a Nike Air, and I'm going to need some help with the pronunciation because I've never heard this word said out loud.
Oh, Hirachi.
Hirachi. That's what I wanted to say, but these are the Liverpools. So I mentioned earlier we were talking about Velcro on the back of shoes, and we have like the little 3/4 profile here, the top down, but then if you look, you can see here that the Air Hirachi patch on the tongue is Velcro, and on the back you can swap out either Nike or I can't see it right now on that one on the far left. They have like some sort of what's the word? Not abbreviation.
It's like YNWA.
Yeah, and it's so my assumption is this is all like Liverpool FC stuff, right? This is this is like a football club thing.
Okay.
And we'll start with you, Nick. Where are you at on the Liverpool Hirachis?
I think the Hirachi is kind of a cool silhouette. I don't know. I don't have any. At some point, I might get a pair like at a Nike employee store or something. I don't like the pattern. It's too busy, and it's a soccer thing, and it's for people who call soccer football. Which I'm a great fucking American. I can't endorse this. Since 1776, we haven't been wearing things that the British wear, and so boo on this. Forget that.
Ooh.
I like fish and chips. I'll give them credit for that.
And you are, well, Guinness is Irish.
Yeah, the Irish would be real mad if I credited the British with their beer.
Bjorn, where are you at?
I'm gonna say I actually do really like the silhouette. I've been looking at the silhouette quite a bit. I respect the choices that they made, but I really don't like this colorway, so it's a forget it.
Did you just hit him with the I don't listen to his music, but I respect the fact that he makes it?
Yeah.
Man, this is 2 in a row. That's good on my end, because I think that if you're going to do a Hirachi, this is how you do it. I think the pattern, I think everything about it just kind of like screams like that obnoxious late 80s British like football culture thing. I love the black little plastic cap thing on the side
to the back strap thing.
Yeah, and I think the Velcro stuff is super cool. I think the back of them looks great. I think the yellow and the red work really great. Perfect amount of white.
I agree on the Velcro detail. I think that's fun. I've got a pair that does that.
I think these are really cool. I think if I seen somebody wearing them, I'd be like, damn, those are some cool fucking shoes. I don't know that I would wear them. But it is something that does, and you guys know that this is kind of like one of the things that I talk about on the show. This does break it out of kind of like the big canonical shoes, right? The Jordans, the Yeezys, the Dunks, whatever. So, all right, cool. So we again 2 and 1. We are going to stick with Nike on the next one, and we're gonna look at a Dunk. This is from the women's edition. This is the Primal Black. So, for the audience at home, it is a white sole. Truth be told, for me, I've talked about this in the past. This is starting to get in my lane. White sole, all black upper, all black everything, except the swoosh is leopard print into a white canvas, it looks like. And then I can't quite tell what the third color is, but it is kind of like a weird Neapolitan swoosh of leopard print and a couple other colors.
Yeah, kind of like a brown, a gray, and then leopard print.
Something like that, yeah. Bjorn, let's kick it off with you.
All right, we'll kick it off with me. So here's the thing. I personally would not wear this. I am a leopard print guy. I'll fuck with leopard print. I'm not afraid. But dude, you know what? Like as I'm like mincing my words, like I almost kind of like low key want to rock these. Like so you know what? I'm gonna pump the brakes and I'm gonna go. This is a get it for me.
Very nice.
I think this is fun because it's like it's just enough leopard print to just be like like yeah, I'll wear leopard print, because a lot of times when people go leopard print, they do too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that vest that I have. It's just on the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the whole thing. The whole thing would be too much. But like just a touch of it. I like that there's just like the end of the swoosh is leopard print on it. I like this like black and then the white sole, even though the sole's probably gonna get dirty. But it's just like a really clean looking dunk.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm gonna say get it on this one.
I feel like, to your point, the leopard print is kind of like the shearling collar on the denim jacket. Where you're
Yeah.
just like, I don't want the whole thing to be like wool,
Mm-hmm.
but a little bit on the collar is kind of cool. Nick, noted owner of Dunks.
Noted owner of
Yeah.
Dunks.
Where are you at with the Primal Blacks?
A couple things I don't like about these. It's a forget it for me for sure. I don't like leopard print.
Mm-hmm.
Especially not in the. I don't like it. I like it on an actual leopard, and I don't really like it anywhere else. I also don't like that these are just all. They're monochrome except for the swoosh. I really never love it when Nike does that.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much never. On that type of color palette, I guess I have a pair of blazers that are just the black and white, the real simple ones.
Mhm.
But I feel like that's a little different. Also, they're also dropping these in white. With in a white, it's
All right,
probably
fine.
in here.
Let's pull it up.
Okay, so I showed all of these to my girl, and I asked her if she would wear any of them, and she said no.
Mm-hmm.
I show her a lot of the women's shoes just to get an idea.
Just to see what the temperature is.
Right, because I got to get her some kicks one of these days, and so I'm trying to just figure out like what she likes, what she doesn't. This was a no for her, and so definitely forget it, because that'd be the reason to buy this.
All right. Well, we'll keep it consistent. It's a no for me. I want to, but I don't know. It just doesn't get me too excited. Now the next one is another one from the group chat. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Oh, one more thing about this.
Yeah,
go
me
ahead.
too.
Joanna did say, I showed her the pink ones. She said she liked how the swoosh was like different colors,
Uh-huh.
but she just wanted that to continue to a third solid color. She
Oh, instead of
didn't
the
like
leopard print?
the leopard print. That was, she said she would wear it except for the leopard print.
I think the pink one's my favorite, if I had to pick.
Black's
And
my favorite.
I would
'cause
agree. The pink one's my favorite too.
Black's a yes. The other two are a no for me.
All right. Well, next up, another Nike shoe, and this is a shoe that I was unaware of until you brought it to my attention, Bjorn. This is the Nike Offline in a enamel. So this is interesting because they have two different names for it:
Uh-huh.
enamel green, or the what I prefer, healing jade.
Healing Jade.
Healing
I
jade.
want to know where healing came from. Enamel green
So-
because it looks like paint, and jade makes sense.
I think
but
the
why
healing part is because the offline has like
Is it
they
a
come
hospital
no they
shoe?
come with like multiple massaging insoles.
Oh.
It's like their thing.
Here's one of the things that I'll say when I was reading about the offlines, and I don't think this is going to be a surprise to anybody who's heard me talk about Nike's little like marketing things. They do this as like unplug, take time for yourself,
yeah.
decompress, get away from the
Treat
screens and
yourself.
technology.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can I just have fucking comfortable shoes to look at things on my computer on a Sunday morning? Thank you. Like,
no, you're supposed to decompress.
yeah, I need to like get a bath.
You need to
bomb or
put
something.
these on and meditate.
Well, speaking of put these on, would you put these on your feet and walk out of the store with them, Nick? Scalzone.
Not in that colorway, but yes, if they were in like a, I don't know, black. Those just in black look like
With
really
a gum
cool.
sole.
Those look like excellent work shoes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you work at home, and I do. Those look like exceptional slippers.
Are you about to talk yourself into liking these shoes?
No, they look comfortable as fuck.
But
I guess it's a get it in a different colorway.
okay,
I wouldn't get these, but I would get this silhouette.
Bjorn.
I love this silhouette so much. I
ahead
hate
of
the
myself.
color. I will not do that color. I would never do that color. It's like it's too much of a. These are
Both of you
quitters.
guys are high.
They're
Oh my
quitters. I
It's
really
an
like this
ugly
silhouette. It's
color.
so
It's
ugly,
weird.
but like
And I love green. It's
do
one
it-
of my favorite colors.
seafoam.
Arguably my favorite color, but this shade of green,
it's so awful.
it's whack. I
I'm
don't
waiting
like
for
this
a
shade of
different
green.
color, and you know these are gonna sit on the
Yeah.
app. They're gonna they probably think that they're gonna sell out, but they're not.
You guys are fucking high. These things are gonna go. I guarantee
you think
it.
they're gonna go?
I
No
guarantee
way.
Okay.
Oh, I hang
well,
out with
we'll
more.
find out tomorrow.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna find out.
So Bjorn, you didn't give me an answer though. I preemptively hit ding.
I know. So these are a forget it ultimately. Thank
Because
you.
of the color.
Because of the color. But I love the silhouette, and so I'm excited for this because they're probably going to release more colorways. Hopefully this doesn't bomb too. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
I like that colorway.
Okay.
Fucking dipshits.
Okay. I'll do this
Yeah,
one.
get it on that one.
Absolutely
All
get it
the
on
reasons
this.
I already said.
All right, I will. So
I
here's,
like that they left the green in the insole.
No,
so
that's
yeah.
it comes with multiple insoles.
yeah, they
Oh,
have like
shit.
blue insoles.
There's
and shit.
pink ones, and like each one does a different thing to your feet.
Yeah,
Here's-
that green. I don't hate it if it's inside the shoe.
Yeah,
Just
That
on
you
the
never
outside
see.
I'm
of
gonna
the
be a
shoe,
total
it doesn't.
contrarian here. All right,
Yeah.
I am on the healing jade.
Ooh.
Yes.
I am
On the gray.
So check it out, and here's why.
Yeah.
I think with a shoe like this, you're already off of the beaten path
Yeah.
to a degree where like when I see that the enamel green healing jade, first thought is like it looks like some Japanese shit to me. Like it looks, and it also looks kind of like a nurse's shoe that just is like more plush, right? So like I could see someone.
That's probably why it's called healing gray.
yeah.
Healing
Jade.
jade.
And I think like the silhouette's super cool. It looks like just big comfy pillows for your feet. I think like the cool like strappy lace thing that that you probably can't really tighten too much because that's not the purpose of it.
Yeah.
It's really just to keep the shoe on your foot. I think it's rad. What do you think retail is on these?
Well, like $130.
$125, $130.
150 probably.
That's too bad because if these were anything up to $100, I would
I
legitimately
know.
consider buying them.
They're just I think they're
We should
priced
go
a
to
little
we should
too
go to the
high.
employee store.
Yeah, I know. I want to like these are definitely like a get it from the employee store for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. If these
'Cause
were
I
at the
just
employee
can't-
store, these
Because
are coming home with
they
me.
did the offline in like a slip, and I looked at it so many times, and
I-
it's like 150. and
honestly,
it's just too much.
I was gonna buy those for you.
Oh, I would have been so
for
happy.
Christmas, but they're like $300 now.
Oh, they are.
The black ones were.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I saw those in person. I was like in Beaverton, and I saw somebody walking their dog in them,
Yeah.
and I was just like, "Oh my god, that colorway exists! Like that's the color." I'm
no,
sure
I was
they
gonna
worked
get you
there.
those, but they were
Ugh.
like $300. I put a bid at 140 just to be like, yeah, fuck it, and nobody took my bid, and
Yeah.
so I bought you the orange ones.
All right, well, you guys will
Anyway.
have those ones. I'll have like the Pepto-Bismol green.
Yeah.
All right, we got two more pair, and the next
right.
one we're getting out of the big two. We're going to the Reebok. These are some throwbacks, baby. The Pump Omni Zone 2 tricolors.
Oh.
The classiques.
Those are cool.
I'll go first. I love these so much. These are so sick. I'm so glad that you brought them up. The colors, I love that. That's just like a 90s basketball color. And they've got the like pump tongue.
It's got the pump.
I
Yeah,
always
that's as
wanted
90s as
that.
it
I
gets.
wanted that as a kid so bad. It was like in movies. I think they made
Yeah.
fun of it in a thing where they pumped it up and it
Blew up,
exploded.
yep.
It was
yep.
wasn't it in Men in Tights?
Yes.
Didn't Dave
that it?
Chappelle? He's
Pump
like
his up.
being chased, and he stops. He's like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta get pumped, and like
then-
pumps
Oh
his
my
shoes up.
God.
That's the only thing I really know about the Reebok pumps, and for
I-
that reason, I do. Like
I always
these.
wanted the Reebok pumps. I never got them. I did see these, and I'm very into them. And they're the New York Knicks colors, sort of, right?
No.
No, what are they? What?
I mean, the Knicks are blue, white, and orange, and like, yes,
These,
it has
these
orange
are
on
red,
it.
white, and blue right here.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Well, into
Close.
them regardless.
I just realized they're red, white, and blue, so I
Yeah.
like them even more.
Well, so hold on. Before you get going, Nick, Bjorn, what's your final word on these?
Oh, these are definitely a get it.
All right, Nick, take it away.
Red, white, and blue. Yay, America! Get it.
All right, and for your boy, it's too much of like, hey, remember the '90s? And I think like, what am I gonna wear with this? Like, I can't wear a contemporary outfit with this. I can't wear like something cool. I gotta have like the do the right thing outfit. I gotta have like the thing that is like so obviously like a love letter to 1992 or whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
And
They are super, super 90s.
I think they're rad, and I think that there's people out there that like this is gonna fit their aesthetic perfectly. But I think without really like turning my wardrobe upside down, I don't know how I could pull these off. Bjorn just stepped out, but I want to get your opinion on this before he sullies the water, because the next one, this is the last one. It's going to be a Nike, and this is the Nike SB Ishadwear signature shoe. So he's got a shoe on Nike, which is the thing that they do not really do that often.
So who's Ishadwear?
Pro skater, arguably skater of the decade. In my opinion, I would say skater of the decade.
These look a lot like those Zoom trays that Bjorn loves, and I really like the Zoom trays. I don't love these. They're too plain for me. But these look like a shoe that, based on what all Bjorn has said about some skate shoes, these are probably awesome. And I would guess these are a Bjorn shoe, but for me, I don't skate. They're pretty plain looking.
Let me give you
forget
one
it for me.
more. Any of that do anything for you?
Nope, forget it still.
All right. Bjorn?
Oh my God, I love these so much. I love the backward swooshes on the back. Like, I love that detail.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you cut to can you go back to that? I love that. The dueling swooshes.
Dueling swooshes.
It's very gay. No, I'm kidding. I love that detail, like the Nike SB on the back. Like, I like how this almost doesn't look like a Nike. It almost looks like a soccer shoe. It's a very low profile. This is the kind of shoe I like to skate. So I super all about it. I love this wavy detail. I'm really curious what that side panel is. Is it like I don't know. Is it and the tongue seems to have some of it. These seem like they would skate great. I don't know about the tumbled leather toe cap. I don't know. That probably wears. I don't know. And I'm a gum sole guy. And I really like the detail of the gum sole kind of like doing this like mountainous thing, like a mountain range.
Thing, I feel like.
Yeah.
That zigzag.
Yeah.
It's got
But then
some-
you can see there's like
Yeezy-esque.
a rubber. It almost looks like it's like a double dip or something. I don't know. I'm into that. This is totally a get it for me. I like this. Here's what they retail for.
That's something that I'm gonna add that to the notes for future ones because they usually do publish it. I'm in the same boat. This is if I would have got these over the Force 58s in all black that were sent to me. I'm being such a prick right now. I got free shoes and I'm just like, I don't like them. I am not a fan of the gum sole traditionally. I think a black upper gum sole is usually a bad look, but I would run these. Nike seems really in love with putting these micro swooshes on the toe of their SBs recently. I hate that shit. They are going hog wild. I do love the swooshes on the back. It says his name real big and loud on the tongues, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the whole deal is with this shoe. I've been woefully out of the loop when it comes to skate shoe production. I am very curious to see this in some other colors. And if you notice, there's kind of like a cool little double wrapping that's going on with, you said like the kind of little mountains on the sole, but you can see that gray. And then if we pull back to like the back again, you can see the cuff right above that kind of like sand.
that light gray
tan.
that says Nike SB.
Yeah, so I got a feeling that these are probably really, really good performing shoes for skaters. And
I'd be curious to see these in other colorways. Like when they get a little brighter, I bet they'll come up with some cool colorways.
Yep.
And I might like a little bit brighter colorway. I could see them being reminiscent of the New Balances I'm wearing right now. If they made them real bright, if they had a bright color hit on an otherwise black shoe, I like that. So
last but not least for me, Ishad's one of my favorite skaters. He is the shit. He can skate everything. He's been consistently killing the game for legitimately like the last, 12, 13 years. Coming out of Philly, so I got a lot of love for him. So definitely big get it on my end. I think that they're cool shoes. And that is the marathon session for the new Get It or Forget It. I hope you guys like the kind of changed up format a little bit.
Yeah.
And no skincare ads, which is nice. Anything y'all want to throw out to the people before I start getting into the final business?
I don't think so. I think we're a ways over time now, so we ought to wrap her up.
Yeah, we definitely ran a little long, but we were real excited about those shoes and real excited about the new ones coming out.
And the dating world.
And the dating world as well, yeah. So that'll do it here at the Size 10 Studios. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to hear more of this, we got full episodes coming out on Wednesday. We got off topics coming out on Friday. You can catch those on Spotify, YouTube, Apple, or really anywhere else that you get audio podcasts. And definitely check out the video. If you're listening to this on audio, we're doing the best that we can, but there's some things we just can't convey via the spoken word. If you want to follow us on social media, it's at Size 10 Podcast on both Twitter and Instagram. Send us a message. Hit us with some questions. We'll address them on air. And finally, if you're in Portland, Oregon, you can swing by Guest Spot at the Funhouse Lounge every Thursday night at 10 p.m. We got 10 of the greatest comedians in the city that night up on stage. And, of course, the boys hosting the show and yours truly at the front door. No one took me up on the screwdriver last week. If you say the phrase that pays, Blazers are going to win the championship, I will buy you one screwdriver. And finally, in a slim 10 days from when you're hearing this, Vibe comedy at the Curious Theater on MLK Saturday the 15th. You'll see Bjorn up there with Maricha and Jaren. Who we got to get Jaren back on soon.
Yeah,
I'm really excited about that. But that's a great night of comedy. Big names coming in, and it's going to be fun. That'll do it for us here in the studio. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.